Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your podcast jockey Sandeep, and this is SIBM Decoded, your weekly dose of all you wanted to know about life in our institute. Every week we cover a new theme, and after having spoken about the National Alumni Meet and the summer internship recruitment process in the last episode, this week we move to the Corporate Interface team and the cultural programs on campus. The Corporate Interface team, referred to as CIT on campus, organizes guest lectures, workshops, live projects and research projects throughout the year. To dwell deeper into the team's activities, I have with me its coordinator, Prashant Dadu. We're glad to have you with us today, Prashant.
Thank you for having me over, Sandeep.
Can you tell me more about the CIT and its activities through the year?
The objective of CIT is to fill in gaps in the curriculum by organizing interactions with the industry. Ours is a deemed university, and so we can make changes dynamically. Moreover, at SIBM, we've been given a certain degree of freedom to learn what we want to learn. At CIT, we study the corporate world and bring to students those elements which keep them updated about the happenings in the industry. Students participate in the decision-making process, making it beneficial for all. And as you rightly said, we do all of this through guest lectures, workshops, case studies, research projects, informal discussions, and a lot more.
Very good. So can you tell us something about the major events that CIT has organized this year and how we went about organizing them?
Yeah, sure. We organized a sports conclave this year, which is a unique event, something which is not done by many B schools across the country. We understand the importance of sports management as an area in management, and we wanted to bring this to the fore, which is why we organized sports conclave. We had eminent speakers like Mr. Charu Sharma, Mr. Ajay Jadeja, Mr. Manish Porwal, who's the CEO of Percept Talent Management, Mr. Vikram Sakuja, who's the CEO of Group M, the world's largest media company, come down and discuss how sports can be taken forward as an industry. Apart from this, we've also conducted the budget symposium, which is where students get to speak to industry experts about the budget and understand the budget in a deeper way. We had Mr. G.N. Bajpai, the former chairman of SEBI, who had come down to address us during this event. So we do organize a whole lot of such big ticket events to keep people updated about what is happening in the world today.
Brilliant. So what is CIT coming up in the near future with, and how are your preparations happening for the same?
Well, we've got a very interesting event called Endeavour coming up. This is one of the country's largest entrepreneurship-based events conducted by any business school. Recently, we've concluded the business plan contest, which is, by the number of entries, the largest business plan contest conducted by any business school in the country. It has a couple of other events too, like there's a Pitch Perfect where people with work experience can come down and pitch to venture capitalists for funding. Apart from that, we are calling a whole lot of eminent entrepreneurs to come down and address our students on entrepreneurship and taking the plunge. The objective of Endeavour in the end is to encourage people to jump into entrepreneurship.
So finally, can you tell us how important it is for an MBA student to interact with the corporate community during his or her MBA?
Well, Sandeep, it is very important for a student, an MBA student, to interact with the corporate during his and her MBA, simply because that interaction keeps you updated with the industry. This kind of exposure is absolutely required because ultimately the transition, because even today we see the trend is that the freshers do come into MBA. They have very little knowledge of what the corporate world is like. Interactions like this help them break the ice, give them a sneak peek into what is the corporate world like, and then when they do move into the corporate world, they tend to adjust a little easily. So it is absolutely essential for MBA students to interact with the corporate world.
Alright, well, thank you so much, Prashant, for your valuable inputs and time. We wish you the very best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Sandeep.
That was Prashant Dadu, student coordinator of the Corporate Interface team of SIBM. I'm going to hand over the studio temporarily to Jazba, the band from SIBM, to sing for us one of their favorite tracks. When I come back, I'll be in conversation with Vijay Dhoke, the man behind the very successful Ganesh Utsav and Navratri programs for not just SIBM, but all three institutes at the Lavale campus. Stay tuned in. Yeah.
बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है, तेरी रज़ा क्या है। सितारों से आगे जहां और भी है अब इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी है सितारों से आगे जहां और भी है अब इश्क के इम्तिहान हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है तेरी रज़ा क्या है तू शाही है परवाज़ है काम तेरा तेरे सामने आसमान और भी है
You're with me, podcast jockey Sandeep on SIBM Decoded, our official podcast that intends to be an open book giving you all the info you wanted about life on our campus. Two very grand programs that happened on our Hilltop campus are Ganesh Utsav and Navratri Dandiya. Vijay Dhoke was one of the chief organizing members and I have him with me today. Hello Vijay.
Hi Sandeep, it's great to be here after two grand celebrations.
It's great to have you with us as well, Vijay. So what was the inspiration behind organizing Ganesh Utsav on campus?
Sandeep, Ganesh Utsav is a public event which has been pioneered by Lokmanya Tilak in Pune, and Pune as a city celebrates it with lots of passion and zeal. So we thought on this new campus it would be a good thing to celebrate. So we like-minded people came together.
Alright, so take us through how you went about organizing the event.
As I said, we first of all formed a team of the like-minded people from all three colleges here on the campus, and we named it as the Ganesh Utsav Samiti 2008. First we set and chalked down the plan for a 5-day festival. Though it is traditionally a 10-day event, but because of the lack of time and resource, we celebrated it for 5 nights altogether. So talking about the program, the first day was the Ganesh Sthapana, followed by the Grand Ganesh Aarti. We had fabulous response on the very first day of the event itself. Second day was a Marathi Pangat, where we thought we should share the Marathi culture. So we served the traditional Marathi festival food in a very traditional manner where people serve to others. Third day we celebrated with the Rangotsav. It was a cultural program. We added the spice in the program by just providing the on-the-spot entries to the people. Fourth day it was sports, since the sports essentially brings the people together. So the thought was to organize the sport, and 86 people should come together and form a team to play the volleyball on the ground. Second sports which we organized was the table tennis. It was a very first competition on this new campus, so there were many entries and people enjoyed it as well. After this successful sports night, we ended up with a Grand Visarjan rally. In this people enjoyed, they danced with the DJ. We brought in a DJ with very traditional music as well as very new music, and it was like just an open air dancing floor for the people. So it was also a 3 hours Visarjan rally which everybody enjoyed to our understanding.
So were there any challenges you faced while organizing the event?
Definitely Sandeep, on this new campus nothing was without the challenge, but it was more of the will which we all team member have, and definitely we crossed all those hurdles which were there, and it was a great celebration altogether.
Alright, can you also tell us something about the Navratri, Dandiya and the Saraswati Puja you guys organized?
Yes Sandeep, during Navratris we first celebrated the Saraswati Puja. Since Saraswati is the goddess of the knowledge, it was a good concept to celebrate in the library. So we started this concept by contacting to our library persons. We entirely situated the goddess in the library. On the same night, we also thought about doing the Dandiya. We had good music, DJ, and we all celebrated. It was a good time to mingle around with all the people from the different colleges on this campus.
So what's next, Vijay? Are you planning anything big in the near future? I've been told that many students on campus are already asking you this question.
Yes, Sandeep, definitely we are planning few more big events. So yeah, definitely many people have approached us with a request for celebrating a new year, maybe the Kite Festival and maybe Lori as well. So we are looking forward to celebrate, but let's see how the time evolves and how things permit us to do the many things. And looking at the next year thing, we are also planning for a cultural calendar for all of us to celebrate it in a very systematic manner, and we will share with all the college administration Management ASIU, Symbiosis International University, to allow us to do it on a very, very big and large scale, so we can have a greater fun.
Well, thank you so much, Vijay. SIBM Decoded wishes you even more success in organizing these fab events.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sandeep.
We have to close the shutters on episode 3 of SIBM Decoded. You can always mail us your feedback and queries on decoded@sibm.net. In the next episode, we'll be talking with the student achiever and also the coordinator of the research team of SIBM. Until then, you take care of yourselves and wish you a very happy Diwali. Bye-bye.